Hey, you know what? It's December 3rd, 2019. I'm going to show you guys what I'm growing in my garden, and I'm going to do a little bit of harvesting also from the greenhouse, so stay tuned. Hey folks, welcome back to Pine Meadows Hobby Farm. I'm your host, Jerry Hansen. Did I mention it was December? Yeah, it's December. And I'm standing in my garden with some snow in my garden. Yeah, it's fairly warm outside right now. I've been working on another project, but I wanted to take a look and show you guys how my garden is doing this year, because I remember when I spoke in the early part of this year, I wanted to put a lot of emphasis on my garden this year. So I've been learning and experimenting to see what grows when. And this is given December. This is stuff I planted a couple of months ago and it's still growing. So let's take a look. Over here I got cabbage I planted back in June or July, and a couple of them have come to head, but they're real small heads, but a cabbage is cabbage. I'm not complaining. I started a bunch of cabbage from seed, so that I thinned them out, and they survived a snowpack on top of them, so they're still growing. I also have some Swiss chard growing over here, and some, I believe it's spinach. And also over here I've got my lavender. I have some rosemary also growing. I'm going to go ahead and move the lavender and the rosemary into the greenhouse. Since I'm on the subject of the greenhouse, let's go ahead and go in and I'll show you what's growing inside this December and see what I can harvest out of here. And also, look at this. I want to point that out. That's a project I'll be working on in the spring. I resourced some glass panels, and then that's going to be a project, a future project. Stay tuned for my January chat, and I will lay out all the things I want to accomplish for 2020. So let's go in the greenhouse right now. Okay, it's nice and warm in here. What is it? It's about 65, 70 degrees in here. Yes. So the only thing I have growing in the greenhouse is rosemary, thyme, and sage from this little basket here. And I got to separate those and put them in bigger pots. I've got some potting soil, so we're going to go ahead and do that. And then I got some carrots down here. I'm going to go ahead and harvest some. And then I've got Swiss chard growing in here also. Unfortunately, I splattered some paint on the Swiss chard, so I'll just have to cut all those leaves away and let the new leaves come up without paint splatters on them. So yeah, check out the carrots. Yum. And I have to confess, those carrots I planted way back in July or August in that bed. And right now I'm just working on clearing all my beds out because I want to remove everything from the interior of the greenhouse, move it outside, and I'm going to come in and lay a cement floor because I've got rodents coming in and other problems. I want to eliminate that. Then we're going to go ahead and do another way of building raised beds. I'm not going to talk about that right now. I'm going to expose that later. But right now, we're just going to take the carrots and go into the kitchen. And I'm just going to probably cook those up and use them for my dinner tonight. Well, that's all I've got for today on a December garden and my December greenhouse. Not much going on. If I had the greenhouse finished, I would definitely be growing a lot of stuff in here. But I have plants. I want to modify and upgrade this greenhouse. I've been learning more about growing in greenhouses and other applications that you could use a greenhouse for, so stay tuned for those videos. Well, I'm your host, Jerry Hansen. This is Pine Meadows Hobby Farm. We're a small homestead tucked high in the Cascade Ranges of the Pacific Northwest. We're geographically located west-southwest of Crater Lake National Park, if it gives you an idea on where we're at. Stay tuned to more videos. You can do that by clicking that bell icon that alerts you to new videos as I upload them. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Give me a thumbs up, and also leave a comment or a compliment. And check out my products below. I got some products I'm selling down. There's some nice warm hoodies and sweatshirts. There's stockings, leggings, cell phone pieces and parts. Accessories for your cell phone. And there's a couple of mugs on there. I got a mug with the Pine Meadows Hobby Farm logo on it. And I also have a mug with a Duck in a Cup Productions logo on it. Yeah, so check that out. We'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you for coming. Bye-bye.